Hello everyone. So in yesterday's class we have discussed about greater than. So in yesterday's class we have discussed about many topics like greater than, less than, double equal to, less than or equal to, and greater than and equal to. Okay, so we already know we will write a value like 3 is greater than 2. Yes, this is true. So it will return the output in true and false. What are these true and false? They are called as boolean values. We already know that. So today we are working with a very important topic called logical operators. Logical operators. Okay. So there are three types of logical operators. The first one is called as AND, whereas the second one is called as OR, and the third one is called as NOT. These are very important as they help us to make logical statements. Okay. So for example, the AND gate is very useful and it is usually denoted by double and. Okay, so this is the representation of and. When we will code, you will better understand this. For now, you just remember this is the symbol for and. Now let us see what is or, how it is represented. Or is represented by two lines. Okay, two lines. These two lines denote or. Now what is not? Not is denoted by a exclamatory symbol. So this is a not. Okay, now we will understand what is and first. Okay, so let us just go below, make a next, make a new text. Let me just increase the size a little bit. Let color be white. White is better, right? Okay, now we will learn about and. Okay, consider you have a variable which is assigned to value true. uh, True is a boolean value, of course, and we have another value which is assigned to true as well. When we do a and b, a variable a and b variable b both have true. So this a has value true, whereas this b has value true as well. You can see here true and true. The output will be true. In AND gate, when both the values are true, 1 2, the both the values are true, then the output will be true as well. Okay, so you understand this. If a is true and b is true as well, a and, this is the representation of and, a and b will be true. Okay, so this is the first case. Now let us take another example where we have c which is true but d is false. Okay, now when we do c and d, the output will be false, because you can see the first variable is true whereas the second variable is false. So therefore c and d will be false. Okay, now what will happen if I replace this true with false and this false with true? The result remains same, as because it don't have both true. It has one false and one true. It will return false only. Okay, but what will happen if I replace both with false? Now we have false and false. False and false is also false. The output will be false as well. Okay, so this is all about and. If you remember this, your job is done. Your job is absolutely done with AND gate. Now let me just add a text field and give you a brief idea. So let us just change the color. Okay, now I will take variable a, I will leave some space, variable b, leave some space, and this is the output. Let us just go down. Consider a is true and b is true. What will be the output? The output will be true. Okay, now next one. Consider a is false but b is true. the output will be false. In AND gate, this is AND, okay? This is AND, okay? So next one, consider this is true and B is false. What will be the output? Of course, false. Now next one, the variable A is false and second one is false as well. The output will be of course false. So this is all about AND gate. So if A is true and true, this will return true. If B is false, A is false and B is true, it will return false. True and false, false, false and false, of course false. So I will just write the statement over here. I will just increase the size, change the color, and I will write and only when both are true. Okay, when both are true, it will return true. This is all about and. Now let us just practically work on this. We will go to our Kotlin playground. So this is the Kotlin playground. You can access it using this link called as Kotlin line. Just search Kotlin playground. You will get the link. Okay, let us just do the practical implementation. We will first try this example. Okay, this and true and declaring two variables A and B, and then performing this one. You can see here this section. Now let us just perform that. We will declare a variable A and assign it to true, whereas we will declare a variable B and let us just assign it to false. Sorry, true. First we will learn true and true. Okay, now let us just perform the action, that is AND logic. Okay, so A double AND B, and just run the code. Yes, you can see the first value is true, whereas the second value is true as well. Okay, when we perform AND logic, we both have true, so the output will be true as well. Okay, so this is returning true, this is returning true. Okay, so this is all about AND gate. Now let us work with OR gate. Let us go to classroom and work with OR gate. Now let us understand OR logic. What it is denoted by? It is denoted by these lines. Okay, now okay, consider we have a variable which has value true and a B has false. Okay, in OR gate, if one value is true, so the one value is true, the output will be true. Okay, so when we do A or B, the value will be true. Do you understand this? If one variable has the value true, the output will be true. But in OR AND gate, you can see that if one value is true, the output will be false. It is only true when both the values are true here. You can see true, true, the output will be true. But in this case, if one value has true and one value has false, the output will be true only. Okay, so this is all about OR gate. So what will be the value of true and true? It will be true only. Okay, so let me just make a table for OR gate so you can understand it better. It is a little confusing, but anyways, if we make the table, you will understand it. So let us work. Consider a variable A, consider a variable B, and consider this as output. Now first one, if the variable A has value true, whereas B has true, the output will be true. Okay, now the variable A has true, but B has false. The value will be true as well. Consider you have a false and true, the value will be true. Now consider you have false and another false, the output will be false as well. Okay, so the OR gate will return true even if there is one true present in our case. You can see here we have two true, no problem, the output will be true. Whereas if you have one true, it will return true as well. Okay, you can see here one true, the output is true. But here we don't have any true, we have both false. A also is false and B also is false, so the output will be false. Okay, so this is all about OR gate. So let us just go to our Kotlin and work with OR gate. Now let us just replace this. So this is A or B. Now let us just run the code. The output will be true because first one is true and second one is true as well. Okay, now let us just replace the B with false. What will be the output? The output will be true because A has a value true in it. So A or B will be true because A has one value at least which is true. That's the reason why. Okay, so this is OR gate, not AND. If it was AND gate, consider this was an AND gate. What will be the output? The output will be false because AND gate only gives the value true when both the values are true. If B also is true, then only AND gate will return the value true. But we are not working with AND gate now, we are working with OR gate. So we don't have to worry about it. So OR gate will return true even if there is only one. So let us just change the second value, I mean the value of A to false as well. What will be the output? Let us just go to table. You can see false and false will make false. Run the code. You can see the output is false. The output is false because the first value is false and second value is false. A or B, false and false, will return the output as false. Okay, so this is all about OR gate. Now if you are confused, I will give an example. This example is from YouTube, I guess, but this is a good example. Now I will tell you how this works. Example, consider A and B is a bad boy. Okay, it needs ice cream as well as chocolate. Okay, it wants ice cream and chocolate. Understanding? Ice cream and chocolate. If we give it ice cream, this is ice cream and this is chocolate, then it will be happy. That is true. Yes. If I give it a ice cream and a chocolate, it will be happy and it will give true result. Okay. But if I don't give it ice cream, I just give it chocolate, it will not be happy. If I give it ice cream but not chocolate, okay, so it will not be happy. If I don't give it, but of course it is not happy. It is not happy at all. Now, all is a good child. Okay, all is a good child. Consider this is an ice cream and this is B. This is an chocolate. Okay, ice cream, chocolate, ice cream, chocolate. Okay, when I give it ice cream and chocolate, it is happy, very happy, no problem. But when I give it only ice cream but not chocolate, it is still happy because at least it has ice cream, right? Okay, now I don't give it ice cream but I give him chocolate, it is still happy because it at least have a chocolate. And if I don't give it both, of course it will cry, it is a baby, right? So this is all about OR gate and AND gate. So this was a practical example for AND gate and OR gate. Let us just implement in code. Okay, now let us declare ice cream. Let us give our child ice cream and chocolate. CHOCKLA. I don't know the spelling right. Okay, let us just give it both. So now let us work with AND child. Just println. So ice cream and is represented by this symbol and chocolate. Okay, security. Okay, now just run the code. Okay, so it is returning true because this is an ant child. Both the values are true, means I have given it ice cream as well as chocolate. It is happy. Now if I just change the chocolate to false, that means I'm not giving it a chocolate. Now it is crying, it is saying it is false. Okay, because this is a ant child, basically a bad child. That's all. Now let us just work with or get. If I replace this with or get, that is the good child. It will be happy. At least I have ice cream to eat, right? Even if I don't have chocolate, I have ice cream. So this was the practical example of both AND gate and OR gate. Now let us work with NOT. Let us just work with NOT. This is very simple. If you understand AND gate and OR gate, this one is just piece of cake. Now let us just work with NOT gate. NOT gate. Let us just work with NOT gate. Now consider a child which will do opposite of what you tell it. Okay, for example, we have a child A. If I tell it don't do any task, it will do it. It will do it. But if I tell the child not to do some task, it will not do anything. Okay, so this is all about not get. If you understand this, it is pretty simple. Now let us just make a table. You will understand better. You will understand this very better if I make a table. Okay, so this is a variable A or a child. Let us just write child. And this is the output. Output in the sense the task it is doing. Output. Okay. Now let us just tell the child uh, do your homework. Do your homework. It will not do it. Now if I tell the child not to play, that is false. Not to play. Not to play. Then what it will do? It will play. So this is all about not gate. Now let us just practically implement this and see. So let us just declare a variable. Please study for exam. Please study for the exam. Okay, and let us just make it true because it is a positive. Just I want to show you. Okay, please study for the exam. I made it true, and now let us just print it. Not is represented by exclamatory mark. This is the exclamatory mark, and now just copy this. Instead of writing, I will just copy it because it is a big variable, and run the code. You can see the child is doing opposite of what I am telling. It is not studying. You can see please study for the exam is true, but this is not doing what I said. It is doing the opposite thing. So it is not studying at all. So it is the value is false. Okay, now if I tell this not to study, now it is studying. Okay, because it is true, right? It is studying now. So this is all about not get. So some easy examples: variable a is equals to true, println not of not of a. What? Okay, so it is telling false. The opposite of true is false. Now what will be the opposite of false? It will be true. That's all. So not gate basically is opposite. For example, opposite of true is false. Opposite of false is true. This is all about not gate. So these three are very important as they help us to build logic in our programs. Okay. For example, a practical example would be if password is equal to and login, the user is login to the account, return true, then we will perform some task. You will understand this later on, but for now you just understand this stuff. Okay, so I will just summarize for your better understanding. And will return true only when both the values are true. True and true, it will return true. Rest all, it will return false. Okay. Now next thing, in OR gate, it is a good child, so it will return true even if you have one true. Okay, even if you have one true. So you can see we have two true, no problem, it is extra, it will be happy. But here you can see it has only one true, so it is returning true, still returning true. So this is all about OR gate. But when it is false, it will of course return false. You at least need one true to make it true. Okay. Now not gate just does opposite of what I say. So if the child is told that study, it will not study. If it is told not to play, it will play. So just true opposite is false, false opposite is true. All about and, or, and not. Okay. So you just need to practice a little bit. These are some difficult topics, I know, but still they are useful. So and returns value true when both are true, or returns true even if we have one true, and not is just opposite, true false, false true. So this is all about logical operators.